Ever wondered how it would feel like standing in the scorching and dry desert of Egypt and suddenly your eyes catch a river surrounded by greenery and fields of wheat, vegetables, plants, and you are mesmerized by this heaven out of nowhere? Egypt has embarked on an incredible mega project of building the world's largest artificial river. This is a record-breaking innovation set to convert 9,200 square kilometers of desert in the southwest of Cairo into a new Nile Delta. This largest transformation is initiated to optimally utilize a small portion out of 96% of barren desert of Egypt. The purpose of this project is to address the severe water shortage and agricultural difficulties faced by the entire country. Coming to know of such mega advancement, one can only wonder why Egypt is spending billions of dollars on this project when they have the nature wonder, the magnificent River Nile. Will Egypt be able to overcome its social and economic problems with this project? Are the projections by Egypt reliable? Population problems. Egypt has become the most populous Arab country in 2023. In the past 100 years, the population of Egypt has increased by over 8 times, making it more than 113 million. This number seems to be increasing by every passing day. The population is predicted to reach 115 million people by the end of 2024. However, more serious issues appear to be on the horizon. The recent population projections indicate that the population of Egypt will increase to 160 million by the year 2050. At the center of these projections lies a terrible challenge for Egypt to feed the estimated population of 47 million people in the coming years, which is equivalent to the population of Spain. The list of challenges is long for Egypt. We know that 96% of Egypt's land is desert, leaving only 4% fruitful land along the Nile River and Delta. This small piece of fruitful land is facing extreme pressure due to land loss and urbanization. Feeding the population and catering to their needs and requirements is not the only problem. The prosperity of the economy is also a major concern. The current economic data of Egypt does not really indicate any inclination towards further development. Currently, Egypt imports more than 50% of its food, including 96.7% of its wheat, making it the world's largest wheat importer. The basic necessity of an economic agent is food, and the immense import of it does not only makes Egypt the most dependent country to survive, but also makes it vulnerable to global market fluctuations. Egypt is spending millions of dollars on the import of the most basic food. Political reasons, where on one hand, the economic and geographical crisis are of major concern for Egypt, on the other hand, the challenges from external sources, notably the Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, are triggering Egypt consistently to secure its food and water supply. The sparkle of conflict between the two nations arose when the construction of the Renaissance Dam in Ethiopia, Africa's largest hydropower project, began in 2011. The potential impact of this dam was blocking the flow of the Blue Nile, which previously flowed in the direction of Egypt, intensifies the relations and raise alarming concerns for Egypt. The surrounding nations are also benefiting from the magnificent flow of Blue Nile. Egypt has been in continuous dialogue with Ethiopia since the construction of dam to find a middle way for Nile to reach Egypt directly. Despite years of negotiations between Egypt and Ethiopia with intervention of international economies, Egypt remains concerned about the dam's effect on its water supply, especially as Ethiopia fills its reservoir. This dam has caused an alarming urgency in Egypt to initiate the development of domestic agriculture. Egypt must also fertilize available land for the growth of wheat, rice, maize, and maximize the use of its limited water resources with the help of artificial intelligence to cater to the needs of people and economy. To address these challenges, Egypt has successfully irrigated 5,000 square kilometers of desert between 2015 and 2020, but the leadership of the country aims to double this to achieve 65% crop self-sufficiency by 2025. To this end, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi announced the New Delta project in March 2021, the development of artificial river known as Al-Hammam River, envisioning the creation of the world's largest artificial river to irrigate over 9,000 square kilometers of new land. For thousands of years, the historic Nile River has flowed through the center of Egypt's vast deserts. The new Nile Delta project is a modern world man-made marvel that emerges today beneath the shadows of the pyramids. The mesmerizing contrast between the ancient Nile and the forward-looking new Nile Delta project is the evidence of Egypt's determination towards its economy and efforts to fight against the prevailing environmental and geopolitical challenges. The artificial river, the Nile Delta, estimated to span over 114 kilometers, said to be the longest in the world, is evidence for the world of Egypt's commitment to innovation and sustainability. This artificial river, also known as the Al-Hammam River, consists of 148 kilometers of open canals, 22 kilometers of underground pipelines, and 15 lift stations to accommodate variations in landscape. The heart of the project, the Al-Hammam wastewater plant, is the largest triple treatment plant for agricultural wastewater globally, producing a staggering 7.5 million cubic meters of treated water per day. This water will then irrigate vast swathes of desert, particularly for wheat, corn, and sugar cultivation, as well as fruit and vegetable production for export markets. Before diving into more details, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we can create more informative videos for you. Don't forget to press the bell icon to be the first one to get updates on upcoming videos. Now, let us find out more about Egypt Nile Delta project. Coming back to our topic, Egypt is bestowed with multiple nature wonders. The vast underground reservoirs discovered beneath Egypt's western desert will contribute to the project by providing millions of cubic meters of fresh underground water. With these resources in place, Egypt is confident to transform its agricultural landscape and secure the livelihoods of millions who rely on farming for their income. Hope for future. The new Nile Delta project aims to convert more than 9,200 kilometers of desert into fruitful farmlands. The project not only aims to expand the amount of its fertile land, but also aims to develop the quality of life for countless Egyptians. Through this project, Egypt guarantees a steady and self-sufficient food supply and water storage. The completion of the new Nile Delta project will directly counter the pressing issue of food security. To improve agricultural output, the project also involves building infrastructure and food manufacturers in addition to managing the water resources. International firms are making the most of the project's potential for growth and future profits, especially China. Because Egypt has cheaper labor expenses and material costs than other countries, combined with efficient and sustainable methods, the project has been implemented at almost half the cost it may have in other locations, despite its ambitious scale. With continued project development, Egypt hopes to regain its position as a net exporter of food commodities, which would support its economy and guarantee food security for its growing population. Does it mean that Egypt will overtake China in the coming years with these advancements as the country with highest export ratios? Let's leave this debate for some another time. After all, every economy has its right to develop economically and politically. Coming back to our topic, the new Nile Delta project is not just an engineering feat, it is a testament of Egypt's consistent efforts to secure its future. The massive new Nile Delta project emerges as a shining example of innovative to counter the problems caused by climate change, food dependency, and water scarcity. Egypt is also aiming to urbanize its land occupied mostly by desert. The government of Egypt plans to create new agricultural and urban communities in the west of the Nile Delta to bring it in line with the modern administrative systems. This project cost Egypt 300 billion Egyptian pounds, which is equivalent to approximately 9.7 billion US dollars. This is the biggest investment in the history to Egypt and is part of a broader strategy that is to boost food security and economic growth. The new Delta project comes with other initiatives, such as the Toshka Farm project and the construction of 10,000 new greenhouses. The purpose of these initiatives is to expand domestic agricultural production. Egypt is building a whole new world for the coming generations. How to move forward? The Nile Delta seems to travel at the speed of light. 2 years ago, we witnessed tremendous development of the project in just a short span of time. According to satellite footage taken in March 2023, the construction of artificial river, pipelines, and the water treatment plant is progressing at a rapid rate. The development of hundreds of square kilometers of additional agricultural land is an essential component of Egypt's agricultural boom. If it is funded and carried out in the phased manner as planned by the Egyptian leadership, the new Delta project is likely to create hundreds of job opportunities for Egypt's growing labor population. population. This project will also result in higher agriculture exports and better food security. Summing it all up, Egypt is putting so much efforts in building a prosperous future of its people. What do you think about this innovative advancement of Egypt? Do you think this project will open doors of prosperity for Egypt and make it a developed nation once again? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.